Welcome, welcome, everyone. So excited to have everyone here. I am just, you can't even imagine. I'm like giddy with excitement to have all of you here to celebrate with me my 1 year anniversary. So, just so grateful for each of you. And I'm just looking forward to what we all co create together. So, just also want to give a special shout out to my dear friend Phil, who's helping me today to just kind of help to manage the flow as people are coming in and doing their thing. So, without hesitation, let's get started. So, I think, if I'm not mistaken, everyone is seeing people in the order that is on screen, which would mean my amazing, lovely friend Todd gets to go first. So a lot of you are my co-creators. So what I was requesting is for you to just kind of do a little quick intro. And if you remember your episode number, please mention that so that when this episode goes out, people can look you up and listen to your episode. And if you're a supporter and friend, again, that's amazing. Please share who you are and our connection, and we'll just go from there. So Todd, you're up.
Hey, Vanita, thank you. Oh boy, I'm in trouble. I don't remember my episode number. It's a few months back, but it was amazing, and you're a wonderful and gracious host. Hi everyone, my name is Todd. I am a Reiki master teacher, Akashic channel, shamanic musician, which you'll find out later, um, and now getting into Anjali breathwork and also evidential mediumship. That's something I kind of started. So I'm basically look at myself as connected and channeling energy, channeling information, channeling frequencies. And that's kind of who I am. I have a full-time job, but I do this on the side. I love it. And I love being of service. I'm here on Clubhouse, on Instagram, and other platforms, and that's pretty much it. I've known Vanita for well over a year, and Phil as well, and several other familiar faces here too. But it's always a pleasure being here. 21. Now, why didn't I remember that? That's the age I always wanted to be. All right, 21. Got it. All right. Thank you, everyone. And thanks for this wonderful forum. Thank you, Vanita.
Thank you so much, Todd. Phoenix, Sam, you're up.
Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh, I don't know when I met Benita. I think, oh my God, it's has to been like over 5 years ago, right? It's been a while. But anyway, so I mean, she's just impacted my life in an incredible way. Just the way that you support our mission and our vision for the urban Indian, um, the way that you come across as authentic and just opening doors for other people is so important for the work that we do. And I just want to personally thank you for that. It means so much to me personally. But I'm excited. I mean, Miss Antonio, welcome. This has been an incredible year for you. Oh yeah, lucky number 13, which is interesting because I'm actually no Fucus in the sidereal zodiac, which is 13, and a lot of people don't know they read that number out. So I didn't realize that. That's very cool. Um, but yeah, I have a full-time job as well. I'm in the pharmaceutical industry, believe it or not. But personally, my passion is just healing, just being authentic and just inviting other people to let their hair down and be authentically them and sharing parts of my healing journey, having dealt with the narcissistic, parent. I mean, there's so much inside of the bucket that I carry around, but I try to just create safe spaces for people, men and women, right? There's no gender, doesn't matter, but just having that open dialogue and inviting people to just be them is just so refreshing. And I just live by that. And I just share. I literally don't have any like special project or anything. But I've just always shared my heart. And I think Benita, we met like that, right? I did a reading for her and it was just fireworks after that in terms of just our relationship. So big congratulations to you from Christopher and I. He's working on his book literally right now. But thank you so much for creating this space for us, and hi to the other co-creators on the line.
Oh, thank you so much, Sam. I love you and Christopher so much. And you know what's so amazing? It feels like we've known each other for years and years, but I think we met probably like in 21. But
That's
like I said,
crazy. I know.
time, what is time, right? What is time
Yeah.
anyways? So thank you so much. I love you guys so much. We'll await her to return, but we can move on to my dear friend Laura. Welcome.
Hello. Yes, I'm Laura, and I've known Vanita for a few years, and we met through our mutual love of Daniel Scranton's channeled messages of the 90 Arcturian Council. And she formed a little group based upon that and other people that love his messages. And four of us just got to be really great friends. So I'm so excited to be here. So happy for you, Vanita. Love everything about your logo and your visual, and your podcast is just beautiful and amazing, just like you are.
Oh, thank you so much, Laura.
I'm a holistic counselor, a regular licensed counselor, but I love to do energy work and spiritual intuitive stuff. And I do the emotional freedom technique, the tapping stuff, located in Minnesota, Moorhead, Minnesota, North Dakota border. So glad to be here. Nice to meet your other friends and co-creators.
Thank you so much, Laura. I love you so much. Paula, should we give it another try?
Yes, I switched devices. Thank you so much. Hey, Vanita. Hey, everybody. Well, first of all, I would like to congratulate you on this phenomenal accomplishment of setting this up, being consistent, having fabulous guests. I'm a little biased on that, but I've heard many episodes and they're absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much for that. And me and Vanita met through actually Mr. Lowell Johnson. I had seen an episode on Gaia of Lowell Johnson's visit to Inner Earth. And at the very same time, Talos in particular, at the same time I saw the episode, I was writing a book on the same. And I'd only learned of Talos a couple months earlier. So it was a shock to find out that it wasn't just me and 5 other people with our tin hats. That in fact, there were several people that knew about Talos, and I was late to the party. And so that was exciting. So I attended his podcast and had the pleasure of meeting Vanita and several other people. And then it's just been a fabulous ride ever since. I mean, it has just been fabulous. So thank you so much, Vanita, for everything you do and everything that you are and that you're becoming. So grateful. And so I am an evidential and intuitive medium. So that means as I give readings, I give hard evidence as to a loved one that's passed to the other side, or maybe some hard evidence on something that you're dealing with in your life, you're going through. And I love giving those readings, and I love teaching it as well. And I'm actually bringing some of that to my brother's company. My brother died last year, and I'm slipping that sort of spiritual information into the company, like all Trojan horse style. So I'm enjoying that. Don't tell them if you run into any of them at the company. But Laura, I'm so excited to hear where you're from. I grew up in Fargo, Moorhead, specifically Moorhead. Now, as I say that, that's phenomenal because there's pretty small population up there. I rarely meet anybody from that area, and especially not on a forum like this. So that's amazing. I'm a spud, everything. Yeah. So that's amazing.
Love it.
Thank you so much, Paula. I so appreciate you. Love it, love it, love it. And I love the little connections, right? Like I said, for a lot of people, I am the common denominator. So I love that we all get to at least get a little bit of each other's flavor and essence. So thank you so much. So we're moving over to Christina. Welcome.
Hi, Lily. Thank you so much, and also congratulations. It's amazing to see you just bloom out this way, and everything that you brought together, and everything that you are sharing with the world, and pulling all the amazing people to meet another amazing people. Hi, everyone. I'm Sina Sullivan. I live in Reno, Nevada, up in Lake Tahoe. And Benita, I believe that you found my Facebook group maybe in 2020 ish, probably in the summer or fall in 2020. And my episode with you was number 5. We went deep into my journey of going through really challenging and dark moments in life. I lost my family in my early 20s, and that was a part of my journey and an awakening. So we went into that, and what I am working with now is that I call myself a transformational coach and soul igniter. It's always a little bit tricky to find these words, I feel like, but what I do is ultimately I help people to come home to themselves and to trust themselves, to peel off all the layers and get into the core of this soul journey in this particular life. And I do so with several tools like cards and channeling, mediumship, Akashic records, astrology, gene keys, any tools that I come across and that I experience for myself and how they've been helpful for myself. And then I bring them to my clients as well, a lot of inner child healing as well. So just kind of peeling off those layers that have taught us other things than our true voice and intuition with that. So that's what I do. Is there anything else that I wanted to say? No, I think that's it for now. I'm from Sweden originally, but I've been here for 15 years now and got my citizenship last month, actually, which is very exciting. Just feel a whole other groundedness in my purpose and just being grounded here. And I know I came here to live my soul purpose, which is what I'm doing here. So very grateful for that path, and thank you everyone for being here with all your beautiful energy. And I'm loving hearing everyone and tuning into your gifts and what you're doing. So thank you, Benita, for bringing us all together, and also then spreading the message to anyone who's ready for their journey. So thank you.
Oh, thank you, Christina. And like I said before, some of you might have missed it. I mean, there's no coincidence of all the people that are gathered. I mean, you all each are so incredibly powerful and gifted and talented. And I don't think Christina mentioned this, but she also has an incredible singing voice, which I've happened to hear a few times. So she has a beautiful voice as well as all these other talents. So talking about musical talents, next, we have Jimmy. Welcome, welcome.
Hey, Benita. Hey, everyone. That's very kind of you. But yeah, I'm Jimmy. I'm from Ipswich in the UK. I think me and Benita met online on Facebook while I was doing readings and energy work in like, online sessions. And it must have been about maybe 2 years ago, something like that. And when she asked me to be on a new podcast, and I just knowing who she was and the way everything looked and everything, I just thought, yeah, definitely. And we had so much fun, and we had a good laugh, and obviously a bit serious as well. But it was just a lot of fun, and her personality and everything like that is just conducive to being a wonderful host, and I really enjoyed it. And I do sound healing as well. I use my own sort of technique of the knowledge that I've gained through frequencies of the different parts of the body and the different body systems to create kind of custom frequencies for different ailments or conditions or whatever. And I really enjoyed doing that. I also enjoy playing the guitar, acoustic guitar, and singing. And that's pretty much it. And yeah, it's just, well, I think you're amazing, Benita. The work that you've done and everything, to what you've set up and what you've kept going, I think is wonderful. And nice to meet you.
Thank you so much, Jimmy. And like I said, he too is an incredible artist. From time to time on his Facebook page and his YouTube channel, he will share some of his musings, which are really beautiful. So again, very, very musically talented, as well as all of his other gifts. So thank you, Jimmy. So
Thank you.
next up, we have Kevin. Welcome.
Hello, Vanita. Hello, everybody. Thanks for inviting me to be here today. I think we met. I think we met through the Lightworker Exchange group, didn't we? At least a year. I know Vanita's been attending our meetings. I created a group some years ago for people like us to come together privately and have weekly conversations around just spirituality and alignment and so forth. And I don't remember, was there a connection, Vanita? Was there someone who, like, how did you find us?
Yes, I found you through Anya. She introduced me to your group.
Oh, okay, right. Anya Fields. Right. Yeah. What's one of the things I love about this community is that we are so interconnected and that there's so much amazing support among everyone. I'm an intuitive coach. I create a safe space for people who are going through their challenges, coming out the other side, and are typically highly connected, but don't know how to explore the connection. And so I help them move through the barriers and blocks and then into being able to receive messages, channel, become medium, whatever the gift wants to express itself as, and then go into business. I've had businesses for 30 some years. So I like when they're ready to jump in, but don't know where to start. I'm sort of that catalyst that brings them from there to help them launch. And it's the most joyful work I've done for a very long time. Probably will do this for the rest of my life here. I think my episode was number 24, and congratulations, Vanita, for a year's worth of podcast episodes. That's a pretty remarkable achievement in these days where people get started and then they crash after a couple of steps forward. You stuck with it and made it a success. So that's very inspiring to me. So congratulations, and I can't wait to see where you go next.
Oh, thank you so much, Kevin. I so appreciate you and the beautiful community that you've created. You know how much I enjoy joining you and Suzanne, and we'll be getting to Suzanne in a few minutes too. So thank you so much. Next up is Maurice. Welcome.
Hey, Benita, everybody. My name is Maurice. I am from episode 36, I believe. I'm based now in Nashville, Tennessee, by way of Connecticut. Just moved here like a couple weeks ago. Not even. And I know Vanita through a mutual friend, Jakara, I believe. Yeah. And I think we must have met on maybe one of Jakara's podcast episodes or lives. And yeah, I mean, we met, we spoke, and we kind of clicked immediately. And I kind of was kind of enamored with Vanita's kind of view on things and how well she's able to like interweave different topics. I'm not one that knows how to like connect people or to ask the right questions to help people connect and speak openly about themselves. And I think that's something that you're so very talented at, Vanita. And just being on your show was such a joy just to be able to just kind of flow and speak freely about myself. So it was nice. It was quite almost cathartic. It was almost like very therapeutic for me. Anyway, I like to refer to myself as a channel for healing and information only because all of these labels, but on paper, I would call myself I do psychic work. I do evidential and trance mediumship. I'm a Reiki master. I do Akashic work, and I'm also a shamanic practitioner, and I also teach evidential mediumship. So that's a bit about me. I'm glad to be here, honored to be a part of this show, and just like everyone else is saying, congratulations on keeping this going for a year and much more to come.
Thank you so much, Maurice. I so appreciate it. And now we're going to Suzanne. Welcome.
Thanks, Vanita. Hi, everybody. I'm Suzanne Young. Honestly, met my husband a few minutes ago here, Kevin Young, and I met Vanita just like Kevin did when she joined our Lightworker exchange meeting that we have every Thursday evening. And I was so excited when she announced she was just thinking about starting a podcast. And I thought, yes, if you have one, I'll be on there. And so it all unfolded. And I'm episode 19. I am an intuitive life coach. My favorite passion, though, is really inspiring, uplifting people and writing. So I write for a magazine in Michigan called Women to Women Michigan Magazine. I especially love uplifting women. And then I wrote my own book called Stepping into a Life of Joy, which is my own personal journey. It's sort of like a teaching memoir where I became accountable through my life of how I attracted everything, because I love teaching law of attraction. So intertwined in my own personal story, helping myself grow and become accountable for my own misery, and then turning it around. And eventually, when my favorite thing is helping people in relationships. So when you improve the relationship, like with yourself first, get in touch with your inner guidance, bring the two together, you can create miracles. It's just amazing. And I ended up, attracting my experience with Kevin at a meditation class, and that all unfolded. We've been married 16 years now, but it's a love story that I'll never forget. And I love uplifting people, letting them know never give up in hope. I mean, you can always have that most beautiful relationship, no matter what you've been through. I had 2 marriages, verbally abusive alcoholic, but hey, that's the past. I wrote a new story, and then I eventually wrote it in the book. So I really had fun being interviewed with you, Vanita, and I congratulate you for a whole year. Like it's flown by. It's amazing.
Thank you so much, Suzanne. And yes, Kevin and Suzanne just celebrated the anniversary just like 2 days ago, right? So
Yeah.
congratulations to both of you. So thank you so much, Suzanne.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Look who showed up. Crystal Queer, my friend Michael. Welcome. Hello, hello. So just so you all know, he was my premiere episode. And I'm so excited to see you, my dear.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to see you, Vanita. Congratulations. Oh, so amazing. I am always so blown away at the light and the magic that you've attracted to this podcast and to what you've created here. I am just so honored to be in this company of masters and high vibrational beings. So let me say that. And again, Vanita, you've helped so many people elevate truly. And I have to say, I am one of those people, and I had no idea how being a guest on your podcast was going to elevate my life, even though I kind of got elevated with a kick in the butt. I mean, it was a great, mighty elevation, and I just believe in the power of what you're doing. So, is this time for an introduction? I feel like I
Yes.
kind of joined the party late, and I missed how this was all supposed to go. Okay, so my name's Michael. My company is Crystal Queer. I am a teacher and I like to say a divination junkie. I'm fascinated with learning to speak the language of synchronicity. I'm fascinated by tools and systems like the tarot, human design, astrology, of course. Any way you can talk to the universe, I'm all about learning those ways and those methods. And that's how Vanita and I actually met on a live that I do once a week, where we kind of like channel energy from the moon and pull some moon cards. And Vanita showed up in my life. And I remember the first time I saw her on video, I was of course, delighted is a huge understatement, but it was just the ultimate delight to see this bright soul, this amazing smile, and this energy that just hits you like a fire hose. It just absolutely talk about an elevation. So since then, Vanita has been elevating my life. And again, I'm just so honored to be a part of a circle of these powerful masters, and every single podcast, I mean, with such incredible value. So Vanita, I can't say enough about you. I love you so dearly, and I'm just so proud of what you're doing and what you've accomplished here. Brava, my friend.
Oh, I love you so much, Michael. Thank you so much. It's, we joked when we first did my very first podcast, and it was like we both were like, we're both coming out together.
That's what it felt like. Yes, it's such an honor to jump off the cliff with such a mighty angel. So thank you so much for always being there, Vanita. You're so appreciated.
Oh, I love you so much, Michael. And yes, just that having you be like my first episode was huge for me too, because it gave me that comfort of knowing that you were there holding my hand as we both leaped together. So thank you so much. And I love you so much.
I love you so much, my friend. Congratulations. Keep it going, honey.
Thank you. Oh, and next we have Amy, who I believe was actually episode number 2. Woohoo! Welcome, Amy.
Hold on. Okay, I got to unmute. Yes. All right. And so I was number 2. So I was the second. I was the second leap off. And I think Vanita was a little disappointed. She was hoping I was going to drop the F-bomb more. Did I even drop it once? Did I drop it once?
You know what? I have to say this. It was so hilarious. Just so you all know, and you haven't met Amy before, but she is so vibrant, big personality. Yes, use the F-bomb. You know what you said to me? You said, I behaved myself today because your dad is present. So I'm going to try to behave myself.
You know, and I said, because you said you're rather reserved. And I said, well, I'm in your hood. I'm in your hood. So how I met Vanita, I'm Amy. I'm an angel guided psychic medium, evidential as well. I also work on missing person cases, suspicious death cases. I'm also a practicing shaman. And I live just outside of Nashville, Tennessee. And I moved here 2 years ago, my husband and I did, and it was the best thing we did. And there's such a beautiful, just a beautiful vibe here in general. So welcome, Maurice. And yeah, so let's see. What else was I supposed to share? I'm also Abenaki lineage. And so I've always had gifts since I was a little girl and grew up in this really strict Catholic environment in a small town in Vermont. And I was always the black sheep because I wanted to laugh and have fun and be in joy, very empathic, didn't understand my empathic gifts, didn't understand it all. Went through a lot of depression, anxiety, suicidal ideation growing up, just felt like the oddest duck in the world. My empathic gifts were so strong, and I didn't fully get anything until I got older. I'm a retired nurse of over 20 years. I did everything I could in my career. I moved my way up as a director of nursing, over 500 staff. And then all of a sudden I was like, I am so miserable. I'm so miserable, and moved into working in my gifts full time. I met Vanita on my Instagram page. We just connected, and she was coming in and funny and these little sassy comments and just really witty. And I've always called her V, and I did a reading with V. And I said to her, something big's coming. Like I said, I don't know if this is writing a book, doing a podcast. She's like, yes. And I need to do this, and I'm working on it, and I'm working on it. And so for I want to say about 6 months to a year before V put it out, we became kind of friends and kind of, hey, how's it going? How are things coming along? Because it is part of her purpose. And you are an angel warrior. You created a foundation for people to feel safe, to be who they are. And what's so interesting is every single one of us are so unique, yet many of us do similar things. And I always say it's like cupcakes. You know, there's all these custom cupcakes in the world, but you have to try that cupcake and that cup. You think you've had a cupcake, you haven't had one until you tried that one and that one and that one and that. You're gonna die. Okay, so it's about community, and I love that you've created that for us. I had said to you, what's on the agenda? What's on the menu here? What are we going to be doing? We're going to have fun, right? And she's like, yeah. And, but you did say, you said, yeah. So bring it. Let's have some fun. And so I want to share a fun fact. That also about myself that's kind of quirky and fun, is that I am obsessed with chapstick. And I have to have it everywhere I go. And then I found this big but I'm also obsessed with hand cream. So chapstick and hand cream. Now, you don't know me, and some of you probably don't give a shit, but that's my fun fact. If I don't have hand cream and I don't have chapstick with me at all times, the roaring bitch will come out. There's a panic, there's a situation. And if you're in hunky dunky town of Tennessee sightseeing and you stop in that little tiny gas station place for some hand cream or chapstick, you're screwed. That's my fun fact. Vanita, thank you so much for having me on your podcast. I actually have met, I've gotten to know, so I haven't listened to all of the episodes, but I have listened to a few of them, and I've gotten to know some of you, and I will continue to listen. I will also say, some of your listeners have come and said hello. And I've had the honor of not just meeting them, but meeting their past loved ones. And so you did that. You did that. You also, there were some serious healing. I remember specifically, and I don't remember readings at all, really, but I remember specifically little pieces. And I don't even remember who the person was, but I remember little pieces. And there was a lot of abuse and neglect and pain. There was just no closure. And there was closure. And that person was like thriving from that. And actually connected again and said, thank you. So that's because of you. You did that. You connected us, all of us, and whoever else is going to connect with us, because those podcast episodes sit and they're real estate, and more people will continue to see them. In fact, I'm going to push mine out. I'm going to make a big deal about mine episode 2 today. And other episodes that I've listened to that I love. So I want to say, like, let's share our episodes. Like, let's blow Vanita up. Let's blow her up, because we all have beautiful knowledge. And I'm looking forward to, so when I'm listening to these episodes that are coming up, I'm going to be honest with you guys, all of you, when I'm listening to you, I'm on the lawnmower. And now, because it's getting colder and there's no lawns really to mow much anymore. I mean, it's doable, but not a lot of growing going on. I'm walking, you're walking, I'm walking with you, you're walking with me. I'm going to listen to all of you, because it's like being in spirit school. You get to plug into all these talented humans. So thank you.
Oh my gosh, Amy, I love you so much. And if you're not already following each other, I hope that this will inspire each to do that. And Amy, my goodness, she is so active and so funny and so talented and gifted. Like, I just love going on Instagram, because either I'm laughing or sometimes even crying, because it's so heartfelt, right? So she is able to span all the gamut. And I remember, Amy, when I was getting ready to kind of launch my podcast. Amy has a podcast, and that was really helpful too. That was something you were dabbling in. And I did want to say, one of the things that is really amazing about Amy, and I know this is true of all of us that are here, like, one of the things I loved the most about you, Amy, is how you were so much about supporting everybody. It wasn't just about, oh, I'm Amy and I do XYZ. Like, I remember coming into your lives, and every time you'd read a name, you're like, hey, go check that person out. Hey, they're doing this, they're doing this. And I love, because I think that's something that's so important, is us just supporting each other, right? And I think that's what expands and grows and reaches out. So I want to thank you so much for that, Amy. And I love that you do that. And I just wish for all of us to keep doing more and more of that, because that's what we're here to do, to share and spread our light, our joy, our awareness, and all of our beautiful gifts. So thank you again so much, Amy. I appreciate you so much. So Traveling Bear, I don't know if you would like to share something with us.
Hello. Ucha, Haru. Greetings to the family. You can call me Christopher, or some people, they call me Sufferduba, because in my Native American language, my name Traveling Bear actually translates to Sufferduba. So you call me anything you want. For me, I went through my ups and downs. I met Benita at the same time, right at the same time I met Samantha, probably around the same time, maybe 2 years ago. or more, maybe, I don't know, I can't remember. And I was just starting the Urban Indian brand. It started off as a podcast, and it started as a just trying to teach quote unquote Black people in America that a lot of us are natives to America, that we didn't come on slave ships. So that's how I kind of started. I started in a studio in North Philly, because that's where I'm from, Philadelphia. So I started this platform in North Philadelphia, in the inner city there, just trying to teach my people, because growing up, many of us, our grandparents told us we were natives, but went to school, we were told we came on slave ships. So it was a lot of confusion for a lot of us growing up, as far as our identity was concerned. The government told us we were Africans, but our families told us we were Indians. So there was a lot of confusion. So as I got older and learned more things, I went through religion, Islam. I was in the wars in the Middle East. A lot of family members were killed. My wife, daughter, son. So I went through a lot of ups and downs to get where I'm at today. So growing up in the inner cities in America, we all know what comes with that. Everybody that's from America here knows what comes along with that. So, but, I met Samantha, and she had so many great ideas about what to do with the Urban Indian. At the time, it was just a podcast, and, I was just teaching history, and I speak different language. I speak my native language, and I also speak Arabic fluently. And obviously I speak English. So when I met her, I was kind of in the middle, like, okay, what do I do with this thing now? And she came up with the idea to start putting the logo and everything on shirts and clothes. So we eventually turned the Urban Indian into a clothing brand, but still teaching history within fashion. So, teaching our people that, hey, man, just don't accept somebody telling you who you are. You got to go find out who you are and listen to your grandparents, we listen to the government. So that's basically where we were. And we have the website now. Oh, I'm writing a book about my journey. It's called The Journey of an Urban Indian. And I'm almost finished, got like one chapter left. She's doing the editing, Samantha's doing the editing. And the book is it's kind of based, kind of like The Wizard of Oz, where I go on this journey within my own soul and go through like large moments in my life, traumatizing moments, growing up in the inner city, the wars in Egypt, losing family members, this, that, and the third. So, and towards the end of the book, I realized that it's just me going through each traumatic moment and leaving it behind to become a new person. So that's, basically my story. And in my native language to all of you, I say, Ucha Ha'u, Anea Sakura Duba, Shil Yamasi Pahawatan Takwan. And I say greetings to all the family. And my name and my language is Traveling Bear. And I'm from the Yamasee Powhatan bloodlines in America. So that's who I am, because for whatever reason, we have this idea that Indians just look like what you see on the reservation. But the reality is they only made up 20% of the native population. Many of the Indians, the majority of them, look like what you would call Black or African Americans today. And that's what our whole platform is about, teaching people that your grandparents didn't lie to you. So, and Vanita is a very beautiful person. She's been very supportive since the very beginning. And I know sometimes it gets confusing when we say Indian. She's also an Indian, but East Indian and West Indian. So we're West Indian, she's East Indian. So it gets confusing sometimes, but she's been very supportive and more supportive than people that's in my family, that's blood. So, shouts out to Vanita, man. She's a beautiful person, and I'm proud that she did this podcast. And I remember when she wanted to start it, and she finally did it, and nothing but love to you, Vanita.
Oh, thank you so much, Christopher. And I have something fun that I wanted to share. Is I remember when Christopher was getting a reading from Samantha, and lo and behold, a little bit later, they are now a couple. So she was literally reading, and I remember the card specifically. She's like, "Oh, and this woman is going to enter your life." And this, in my mind, I was like, "Oh my God, it's going to be them. It's going to be them." And look what we have here. Amazing.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much.
No
I
problem.
love you so much. Thank you for being here.
No problem.
And okay, so we are moving on to Sherry. Welcome, Sherry.
Sherry's not in a place where she can share right now, but she passes along her congratulations and best wishes, and she's so thrilled to be sharing space with you.
Thank you so much, Phil. And no worries. I know Sherry's probably out and about enjoying beautiful nature. Just want to give special shout out again to my beautiful, amazing friend Phil for doing such a beautiful job and helping me today so that everything goes smoothly. And I would like to take a moment, Phil, to say if you would like to share or whenever you feel like sharing, please let me know. Would love to hear from you as well.
Thanks, Vanita. I met Vanita. Oh, my name is Phil. I live in upstate New York. I met Vanita in December on Clubhouse, an app I know a lot of you are also friends on Clubhouse, but if you're not familiar with it, it's a social audio app. And I was immediately taken by her. She was so kind and thoughtful and sweet, and we participated in many rooms. They call them rooms or clubs together. And I remember saying to a friend, I was in a room the other day and there was this wonderful woman. She just had exuberated just kindness and just very wonderful and sweet. And I said, her name is Vanita. And my friend said, I knew you were going to say Vanita. I was in a room with her as well. And she is really, really nice. Anyway, we became fast friends. And it's like I've known you forever on some level. We have. I'm sure we've shared many past lives together. And so we recognized each other as soon as we met, and we've been very tight, attached at the hip, as we often say. We often think the same things at the same time, which is kind of funny. But I'm so thrilled to be here with you today celebrating. I think it's amazing that you launched, and look at how it's taken off and all the episodes that you've done. And I'm so thrilled you've made it to a year, and I know the best is yet to come. So I celebrate you today. I honor our friendship. I love you to pieces, and congratulations, V.
Oh, thank you so much, Phil. Yeah, and I know that we have definitely many lifetime connections. So I'm so grateful that we have reconnected and reunited in this lifetime. And thank you again always for your constant love and support. And you know how much I love you. So thank you. All right. Next up, we've got Kate. Welcome, Kate.
Hello, everyone. It's so lovely to hear all of you. Sorry I was off screen. I just wanted to take you all in. And as you guys were all speaking, I know, Vanita, you challenged us to pull a card. Well, a card fell out of my deck called the Sacred Rebels Oracle. And I just think it is so on cue to everybody's messaging here. It's called the Collaborative Dreaming card. And can I just read just a snippet of it just to kind of okay. It says your heart is big enough to dream not only for yourself, but for the new humanity. Imagine a world that is healed with respect, understanding, and with community that fosters life. Even your dreams that relate to you alone will contribute positively to the greater good, because that is the nature of your heart. Your heart naturally and intellectually cooperates and intelligently cooperates in a grand scheme of loving creativity, working to heal the hearts of the world. The heart creates win-win situations that benefit the individual and the collective. You are being asked to honor your growing desire to co-create with conscious, like-minded people. Your collaborative dreaming is a heart-inspired win-win, bringing mutual enhancement to yourself and others. The heart wants to love and be loved. Working with others creatively is a way to allow the heart to grow. It is a chance for you to learn how to honor yourself and others, and to find ways to live and let live, simply by growing and strengthening your active trust in your heart's guidance. There's a lot more. It's quite detailed. There's 4 pages. So if you're interested, I can send you a copy of it. But I just thought that was really on cue, because that's what we're all doing, right? We're all in the work of helping heal other people's hearts. And I just am so honored to have met Vanita, and I also met Phil on Clubhouse. Well, I think it's over 3 years ago in that mix that I've been on that app for over 3 years now. And I hold rooms on there, donating my time, being of service just to so many hearts that are really needing just to be heard, seen, and witnessed. And I believe that's all our ministries that we do in the work that we do. I am also similar to a lot of you guys. I'm a Canadian, the only Canadian so far on here, mental health advocate. And I work as well as a shaman, a Reiki master, and a Akasha Records healer, and a bunch of other things. I do NLP as well and hypnotherapy. I have quite a bit of tools in my toolbox, we'll just say, whatever needs to be pulled in at the time of the individual that presents themselves to me. But what I love doing most is just honoring people where they're at and seeing what gifts, talents, and abilities they come with themselves that they need to be encouraged to use, because we're all gifted, we're all talented. That's why we go on our journeys to find the tools and strategies and tips that help us in our healing journey. And I believe we're all in this mission of life to be of service. And my heart has just been so full listening to each and everyone's gifts and talents here in the room that, yeah, I don't compare myself to anybody, but I'm humbled in all of your presence that I get to be in this celebration with Vanita, and that a beautiful soul such as hers and Phil's that brought us together, to unite, because that's what our global vision is. I say global because I'm in Canada and you guys are mostly in the United States and across the world, but I just love how that app has brought us together, and IG and other social media platforms can bring us together. That's what we need more of with the war that's going on. I'm also Ukraine, so I've been feeling what's going on in the Ukraine and what's recently going on in the world. In fact, my rooms have been really working through that because my powerhouse is to talk about the power of forgiveness. As I don't know if you've listened to my episode, but I've had to forgive quite a bit in my life, especially all those that murdered my entire family. So I'm really speaking clearly, and I resonate with some of your shares also in the room already, that we need to make unity happen. In fact, that was the message that came across in Friday night's room as I was pulling cards in the room. And it just spoke to so many hearts in that room that that's what we're looking for, is the peace, the joy, the love to be felt. But we have to start with ourselves. And the other card that I pulled, which flew out of the deck as well, is called What is Already With You. And it talks all about self-love. And so the more that we can bring that self-love to ourselves, then bring that to the world in the work that we do, which all of you guys seem to be so gifted and talented in. And I'm honored again to be here. I just appreciate you all. And thank you again, Vanita, for bringing us together. So thank you. That's about me.
Oh, thank you so much, Kate. I totally honor you. And I just can't say enough words about the work that you're doing, especially on Clubhouse and how we met. And just thank you so much for what you do. And I'm so grateful that you were able to join today and that we had a beautiful episode that we were able to co-create and share with everyone. So thank you again so much. Esperanza, if you're available, I would love to hear from you. She's a dear friend.
I'm here.
Yay! Esperanza, welcome, welcome.
Hello. Thank you so much, Vanita, for including me as an avid listener. I am actually, I just accepted a position at the Montessori school where I live in Knoxville, Tennessee, where my sons are attending. And I just really wanted to share briefly that I have known Anita, oh God, Anita, since we were concierges, way back when there was a recession and another war going on in America. And we connected there. She's a soul sister to me. We have not had much time together as I married and have had children, little ones, for the last decade. But I live in East Tennessee. I was born with an eye condition called achromatopsia, which leaves me legally blind. And I'm Mexican American, second generation. And moving back to Tennessee for me was very much so a battle. And when I left as a young adult, I never intended to return, but it has really turned out to be an incredible experience. But last year, was it just last year, Anita, that you launched the podcast? Exactly, right? Okay. I have listened to, I would say, all but 1 to 3 episodes, and all of y'all, you're like my charge down here. It is very easy to get caught up in an oppressive mentality. It's very authoritarian where I'm at. And last year, I actually, my partner my father, the father of my two kids, had relapsed with alcohol. He was trying to finish his BA. And I was in a very lonely state. And Anita's podcast came on, and it was like she had been reading the journals of my heart, and it carried me through, and created a space for me to work with so many healers that I cannot afford currently in my financial situation, and allowed me to move mighty manifestations. And I'm just so grateful for all of you. And again, kind of stating that the global impact that it is having is just appropriate timing, I think, especially because, the pandemic allowed a lot of us to go kind of through that night independently. And I just want to say thank you to all of you. And I'm one of your little fruits hanging off of the tree, practicing the work, learning from whatever you share with me so freely. And every week, look forward to hearing more about Anita's life, Vanita's life, and all of you as well. So thank you for letting me share and letting me be your number one fan.
Thank you, SB. I love you so much. Thank you for showing up. And yes, we have a connection from way back, hospitality, Chicago, and I'm so grateful. And I know you're going through a lot in your own journey, but you are doing incredible and amazing. And I can't wait to see where it leads you as well. So thank you so much for being here. And now we come to Bridget. Hello, hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hello. I am so happy for you, Vanita. I feel so excited for you and all that is to come. And hi, everybody. I was episode 33, and we had so much fun. I love doing these things with Vanita. I'm looking forward to our next co-creation. And yeah, look at all of these beautiful people, Vanita, who love you so much. And there's so many reasons to love you. And I am one of them. And I'm just really grateful that you are being seen in the world and inviting everyone else to be seen with you. And these things are so expansive, as we all know. So thank you. And I love you so much.
Aw, thank you, Bridget. I love you so much. And just for everything that you're doing and just how everyone is sharing, like everyone is doing such beautiful, amazing, incredible things. Thank you to each of you for what you do. And I'm so grateful to be connected to you. And I hope today will also create many more connections amongst all of you. Last but not least, the beautiful, amazing Rabia, who just joined in. She's probably like, what is happening here? So we're already at you, Rabia. We're doing introductions. If you want to just share a little bit about yourself, if you remember your episode number, please share.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Vanita. I'm so happy to be a part of your first year anniversary. I'm Rabia Paracha, and I think my episode, I had a quick peek at your list of episodes. I think I'm number 30, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, it's been I'm so happy for you, and I'm so happy to be here. I'm a life and relationship coach, and I help people find the life they love and the love of their life. So that's just in a nutshell what I do, but there's a lot more there.
Yes, thank you so much, Rabia. And Rabia is also another beautiful soul that I connected with on Clubhouse. And she has an incredible podcast as well. So just so many things in common. And, we do have some similarities in our heritage and background. So that's another thing that connects us. But just been a joy to get to know you. So, oh my goodness, this has been so amazing. Like just seeing all of you and hearing and just almost kind of like reconnecting, right? Because we all get so busy and we're doing our thing, but to like just take some time to just be present with each other and just, kind of witness and see each other. Like there's so much love and such a high vibration and frequency. And there's something to me about, so much is going on in our universe right now, right? And doing something like this where we are all coming together with our beautiful hearts and light and intention, like this vibration, and sharing it out into the universe, I know that it makes a difference, which is why I wanted to make sure that this becomes an episode that we can share with others, and so I'm really, really grateful. So I know everyone's been listening and being enamored and listening to everyone's information and what they're got going on, and it's been beautiful. But I figured now it might be nice to kind of switch over into a little bit more social stuff. So I'm going to be putting Todd on the spot and asking if he's willing to get us started with a little musicality. And this is completely free to anyone who feels like they want to join. There's no pressure. And I will intersperse it if, nobody's going after Todd. I can, share some notes from friends, but we'll kind of keep it open and just go with the flow. So
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Let's go, Todd.
At the top of the hour, no less. Yes, so I've recently acquired 3 indigenous flutes that I've infused all with Reiki. And I'm a musician by trade. This is what I was trained to do. I was a trained professional orchestral flutist and composer / arranger and conductor. So I have experience in all 3 disciplines. But what was missing in my contemporary life was the music. And so I found myself back to the music and these beautiful instruments that are so simple and yet so hard to play. So I wanted to kind of introduce you to the 3. So this is the big one. So this is the, oh yeah, thank you. This is the Condor low bass in C. So it just keeps going and going. Going. And my pinky can literally go all the way in one of these holes. So this is what this sounds like. So it's hard. Bear with me. That's the low C, bass flute. Okay, this is the red tail flute in G. So this is a smaller flute made of a harder wood, so this is easier to hear. And then I'm just briefly, this is the little one. This is a double flute. So it has 2 pipes. It has a drone pipe, which plays 1 note, and then it has a melody pipe, which has 6 holes here. And you can play just the drone, just 1 note, or you can play the melody pipe, or both together. Hold on to your hats. So anyway, that's just a quick demo. I didn't want to get too much involved in the whole thing. But yeah, I do have normally on Sundays at 3 p.m. Pacific time, I have a room on Clubhouse where I play these instruments. And you can come for the music, but you can stay for the healing, if you know what I mean, because they are Reiki infused. And I also have a little Tibetan bowl that I play as well. So thanks, everyone.
That was so amazing, Todd. I know all of us were like, yes, more. That was so amazing. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. If there's anybody else that would like to jump in to share any of their amazing gifts and talents, please feel free. No pressure. Michael unmiked. We got Paula unmiking.
Yes. I would love to pull a card for the collective. If anyone has like a burning question, we've just come out of such a powerful eclipse, and I don't know. I mean, just listening to that music just now was so soul soothing. Perfect for what I've been feeling and needing some medicine for. So thank you. That was amazing. And I feel like this lunar energy that we're all in, talk about elevating and transformational and just like really potent. And so I know that I've kind of been avoiding the cards a little bit, even for myself. I'm much more excited to give other people a reading than to go deep into my own lunar lessons. But if anyone has a specific question, I could pull a quick card, or if we could just do a card for the collective, I would love to be able to do that.
Yes, let's do it for the collective. I feel like everything that we're sharing today is like for the collective, not just us, but of course the beautiful audience that'll be tuning in as well.
Perfect, perfect. All right, well, let's see. Let's see if we can get a collective message straight from Mama Moon for our highest and greatest good. Okay, so we got two. So this is very interesting because these cards have been coming up a lot lately for friends that I have been pulling cards for, and I do shuffle, but we actually have first quarter moon in Leo, be humble. So many of us, I believe, are going to get this opportunity to step into our power like never before in the coming months and weeks. And I get this sense that with this success that we're experiencing and this feeling of becoming more and more of who we're meant to be and sensing this power that's building, that we must remember that there's always someone that is further along the path and always someone that is less far along the path. And that the same is true for us, not to judge where we are on the path, but to remind ourselves that we are all growing and that with this new power does come a responsibility to see the love. I'm really feeling that, like, see your success through the eyes of love and be that example for others. But then we also have the second card, which is see the bigger picture reverse. Y'all, we have no idea how we are illuminating. We have no idea how much we are illuminating. We are so clueless to the impact that we are having, truly. And I feel like to have that knowledge that we really are so impactful and powerful and more inspiring than we can imagine, it's also through our humility, our alignment with our divine guidance that's going to make the difference. It's not a competition. It's just simply allowing yourself to be the most, to step into this power and to just realize that there's a bigger picture you're probably not seeing, and so many more people that are benefiting from you stepping into this power. So that's what I'm getting. You've made it. You're going to be a shining light like Miss Vinita here, bringing all of this star power together. And yet remember that we all are learning and teaching while we shine so bright. So that's what I got.
Oh, that's a beautiful. Thank you so much, Michael. I so appreciate that for all of us. So I love you so much. Thank you.
I love you, Vinita. Thank you, my friend.
All right. Anybody else would like to share anything for the collective? We're happy to receive. Ooh, Amy.
I'd love to too. It seems like I'm number 2 in the podcast, and then Michael goes, so I feel like I gotta go because I'm loving Michael, and so I feel like I've got to hang out there with it. Like he's got this, like it's electric, like this energy. I'm all lit up. You know, and the fact that there's crystal, like just crystal in general, like I love crystals. Like you are like a crystal, Michael, by the way. You really are. You really are. It's funny. I just kept, as I was listening to people sharing their stories and who they were, and I just kept hearing this song, surfboard, grinding on it, surfboard, you know, by Rihanna. And I was thinking, like, that's who we are, because we as healers are the ones that we healers are going to experience the hardest things in life. It's how we it's our school of knocks. You know, it's how we can give advice. It's how we're able to give direction. We're going through experiences. We're meeting people who are going through experiences. And so the collective message is, you know, when it feels like it's hard for us as healers, and this is for anyone listening, this is healers can be anyone from being in the medical field, maybe you're a beautician, maybe you're, you know, how are you healing someone? How are you giving back? Whatever this is, maybe it's a teacher, whatever it is that we do as healers. Not every empath is a psychic and medium and a practicing light worker, but we are a walking sponge of giving, receiving, and we have to be willing to remember to be good patients. And one of the things I'm learning to be, and I've never been, is a good patient. I've never been a good patient. I'm a good nurse, not a good patient. And as a light worker, I have learned very quickly that I can't do that in this business. And I learned that very quickly as I became more and more involved in my gifts and allowing this to become eventually my full-time job. And so what Spirit is reminding us is to release the ego. I get sky dancers, release the ego. It's probably hard to see. Release the ego. We are human, first and foremost. And we have to really, really, really remember this, because we're going to make mistakes. We're going to be obnoxious. We're going to be sarcastic. We're going to give the finger to someone who cut us off and like, I'm a light worker. What did I just do? We're human. So Spirit is, and every message that we give somehow correlates to us. We are the vessel. We are not the God of the message. We are simply the vessel. So have fun, is what Spirit says. Dancing on one foot. It is a balancing act for us to be all the things. I mean, when Vanita's like, tell us who you are and what you do. And I'm like, well, shit, we'll be here all day. I know that's a shit. How do you define that? I mean, if you guys, I could sit here all day and tell you all the fun things I do. Some things you might be like, really? That's kind of strange and weird, but okay, Amy. But the point is, we are so much. We are everything. We're all the things. But ultimately, plugging in, even now that I'm seeing the faces, I can't wait to plug in. And for the people that are listening to this podcast, you guys, if you could see the faces here, because Vanita's going to put this on the podcast. So if you could see all these faces smiling, the kindness, the joy that comes from, and the energy that's just coming through, just close your eyes and just let that energy seep in, because these people are amazing. I look forward to getting to know you now as I listen to the rest of the podcast and continue to stalk you. And I will leave you with this. I have followed some of you and I will continue to follow you. They only let me follow so many people every few days. I'm on some kind of punishment. Naughty girl. So for that, just know I will be there soon to follow you. All right, Vanita, thank you so much for having me. I have to run. So much love.
I love you so much, Amy. Thank you for always bringing in all your sparkles and glitter into every space that you're in. So I just love you so much. And thank you for just joining all of us in co-creating this beautiful episode. I love you so much. Oh, so beautiful. I love it. Paula,
That
did
was
you
high
unmic?
energy. That was high energy. Woo! I'm high.
Amy is definitely very high vibration, very high energy. And that's one of the reasons I love her. Her energy is so powerful and she's so funny to me. I just think she cracks me up. So I just enjoy being around her.
Very fun, very fun. So I have a question, maybe several in the room are wondering, and then I've got just one other thing. But now, am I correct? Are you going to celebrate the fact that you had accomplished this year with your podcast? Are you going to celebrate in some way other than today with all of us?
I mean, I'll be honest, this is to me my celebration. Like, you don't even know the level of excitement that I was going to see all of you, be in your energy, and bring all of you together. Like, that to me is the celebration. So, that's all I'm doing at the moment, but who knows? I might do something else as well.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit, if not from you, maybe somebody else is planning a trip to Hawaii. I'm kind of feeling that. I'm feeling that a little bit. Yeah. I'm feeling that energy around you a little bit.
Hey, I'm raising my hand very high for that if that's happening.
Will anybody in the room be joining Vanita in going to Hawaii?
Todd, Phil.
Yeah. Well, I was just inspired to, again, with our podcast, you'd said, well, you want to share, something that you do. But Spirit had guided me to just flip open my book and just read whatever was on that random page. And I'm inspired to do the same thing again. And so this is the page that it randomly came to that I'd like to share with everybody. And I know it really applies to all these light workers. I think you can appreciate this. This is not my quote, but it is from Tesla. Tesla's in my book. And it says, a new world must be born, a world that would justify the sacrifices offered by humanity. This world must be a world in which there shall be no exploitation of the weak by the strong, of the good by the evil, where there will be no humiliation of the poor by the violence of the rich, where the products of intellect, science, and art will serve society for the betterment and beautification of life, and not the individuals for achieving wealth. This new world shall not be a world of the downtrodden and humiliated, but of free men and free nations, equal in dignity and respect. And I feel like, wow, that's what we're all doing, aren't we? And Vanita is like the helm helping us get that information out. So I want to thank you so much. And I want to thank Spirit for taking me to that page in my book. Very grateful. Thank you, Vanita.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Paula. I love that so much. Oh my goodness. Just these messages are so powerful and so relevant. And I'm just so grateful for each of you. And I did want to take a moment to read something really quickly, but just thank you to every single person who's here, who showed up, who had to like leave early, who couldn't come but sent in messages. You know all how much I love and appreciate you, and I'm so grateful to be co-creating with all of you. And I know we're each so incredibly powerful and gifted, and coming together and doing this work together is even more powerful than we can possibly imagine. So thank you all for that. And I'm going to read a little note from my mama because she can't be here because it's like, 2 a.m. for her in India. So I'm going to just read that really quickly and share that with you. So she wrote, "My heartfelt love and blessings to you, my dear daughter, Vanita, on the completion of 1 year of your journey through this podcast. I'm here for you in all your joys and sorrows. You have touched the lives of so many listeners." I'm getting emotional. "Around the world who could resonate with you and your guests and have some life-changing experiences that can help them through their healing journeys. Wishing you a fabulous year and anything else that you choose to pursue, and God bless you." Thank you. all for letting me share that. And this is something I'm going to share that I wrote. And then we'll kind of go from there, which is in the blink of an eye, a year has gone by. As I look back, I feel so much joy. I have savored this journey, so many moments and memories, which have all been so rewarding. Without each of you, it would not have been possible. I have so much gratitude from the bottom of my heart for all of you who are present and those that couldn't join in today. The impact of what we have created together is beyond our understanding. Us sharing authentically our pain to purpose journeys, our empowering and uplifting messages is making a difference. I'm so grateful for the audience that tunes in and to all of you for your continued love and support. As I get ready to wrap up this year and begin a new season, my heart is full as I step into more new beginnings. I am leaning into my inner wisdom, peace, and joy. There's so much going on in the universe that can feel heavy, and as we each shine our light so bright and bringing our energies together is creating an expansion of peace, harmony, and compassion. Let's continue to co-create all that we wish to see and experience in this magical universe.
Benita, can I take a moment to jump in?
Absolutely.
Thank you for that. And I felt like that was a beautiful, beautiful time. I just kind of felt like taking the opportunity with all of us here together to just kind of come into our heart space and unconditional love space. And in being so within ourselves, we can radiate that to each other, and as well as any listeners that wants to be in on that, for us here, for any listeners, for the world as well. Just to kind of be in that together, because there's so many beautiful and loving energy here. Does that feel good for everyone?
Yes.
Yes. So just coming into taking a moment just to close your eyes if that feels good for you, and coming into your center and into grounding into who you are, and then coming into your heart space and tuning into that light, the inner light within us of unconditional love that we all have in common, and opening up that space, opening that to be felt not just for ourselves, but for everyone here in the room, everyone listening. And then both sending and receiving, which would be connecting that unconditional love between us. And raising that frequency to the world as well, for everyone who needs it. And anyone who is receptive to it. In a humble energy of gratitude for everything that this life holds. And for each other. And for ourselves. Thank you. Thank you. So much love, but also so much light in that. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Benita.
Oh my goodness. Beautiful, beautiful way to wrap up this incredible, incredible afternoon or evening, wherever everyone is. I'm just so grateful to each of you. Thank you all for co-creating with me, for being part of my life, and for building some new connections today, for radiating our light out there. I just have so much love and gratitude. So thank you again.